Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. This is another video guide to walk you through filling in the Hajj with AE 2025 intake/rooming form. This is a very important form in which we collect data that will help us, inshallah ta'ala, make your Hajj as comfortable as we could possibly make it. We try to collect information so that we room people together in a way that reduces friction, that inshallah is conducive to having a good relationship with your roommates, and that in turns impacts your Hajj experience overall, right? So please help us with this. As soon as you get the link, take the time and make sure that you submit information as accurate as possible to the best of your knowledge, so that we can try our best to accommodate your requests, your needs, or your special situations, and just be warned that there's no guarantees here. We always do our best, and we're always almost successful in accommodating everybody, but sometimes it doesn't go as planned. There's a lot of things that we will be working against. There's restrictions in how Nusuk do the booking. Al Bayt has their own rules. Ministry of Hajj, and throughout the Hajj journey, you will see that there are many of the things that we try to do in our program are not, sometimes requires a little bit of swimming against the current so that we can make things happen. But by asking you to give us the best, the best data possible, and we try our best effort, inshallah, we will be successful in accommodating most of the requests from everyone. You will have to be logged into your Gmail account, and once you click next, it's going to take you to the form. The first section here is about your booking confirmation. This is the booking confirmation that you would have received from Nusuk when you purchased the package. And if you remember, we've put out a video, and in the post of this form, a link to that video will be there, that has a voiceover on how you can get Nusuk to send you that email again, so you can grab this Nusuk invoice number. Nusuk invoice number is important because through this number, we are going to be able to connect all your data and make sure that we know where you've booked and where your rooms are, so that we can room you in the best way possible. So make sure that you watch that video, that you are able to pull this Nusuk invoice number and you populate it in here. Obviously, for the sake of the demonstration, I'm just putting some random numbers, although they mostly start with NH and a dash, but then the rest of it here is just made up numbers. And then we are asking you to confirm the package that you have selected, whether it is the A1400 or the Global one, and which city you're coming from. I'm going to choose Toronto for the sake of the demo. And then you would click next to go to the next part. This is now asking about some personal information about the lead passenger. And remember, if you're just a single person coming for Hajj alone, then that will be your section, and there'll be a section asking you, did you have companions? And you would click 0, and that will be it. If you're coming as a family unit, meaning you all had the same Nusuk account and you're booking together, then the lead passenger will fill in his information or her information, and then at the end you will be asked about the companions that you have, and you will enter the number and you will fill in their information accordingly, as I will demonstrate in this demo. I'm going to name our friend here Ahmed. Ahmed is a made-up name. Email address, I'm just going to make an email address as well on the fly, which is ahmed@gmail.com. Telephone number, always start with your country code. Let's put a UK number, and then I'm just going to make up some numbers. And now it's going to ask you about your user ID, your username on Telegram. Now, your username on Telegram is not necessarily the same as your display name. In the photo that we have here, it shows Shazad Salim, and he has the same username as his display name. Your username is the one that starts with @, right? Like you see in this picture here. And let me just show you how it looks like on the phone. If I go here on my phone, I'm on Telegram. If I go to the lower right corner, there's settings. You click on it, and you will see your username right under your display name with the @ symbol. Alternatively, you can go to my profile, the my profile button, click on it, and you will see username, and it will give you that username right here. So you take that and you copy it in and you list it in the space here, and we would assume that Ahmed's username is Ahmed. His male, his passport number is a bunch of zeros, his age is 35, he's Arab. Ethnicity and background is about you, your culture. Where are you coming from? Where is your family from? What culture do you belong to most? And if it's not listed here, you can select other and list whatever you think is appropriate. And birthplace, I was born in Yemen, so I'm going to put Yemen. You put in your birthplace, right? And what language you speak primarily, right? My primary language is Arabic, so I put that. But yours could be Urdu, Bengali, English, or any other language. So then you select other and list that language. Again, these are very important for us to make sure that people who we put together in a room are compatible. And we try to look at various factors, and all of this plays into the way that we room people together. It plays a role into how we room people together. And then there's a question about your fluency in English. How is the lead passenger in English? Does he understand and speak fluently? Does he understand but speaks broken English? Or understand and does not speak English? Or does not understand and does not speak English at all? Choose the one that's correct. Yeah, right. This is not about being embarrassed. This is about, putting as accurate information as possible so that we can room people together in a way that makes sense. Room temperature consideration is important. Oftentimes, people don't agree on the AC. What's the AC policy of the room? Are we going to make it so cold? Are we going to make it just, regular room temperature? Are we going to turn it on and off? Right? And different people have different needs. So we are trying to see what kind of person you are. Are you someone who's flexible with warmer or colder rooms? Are you someone that cannot tolerate cold rooms or cannot tolerate warm rooms? Let us know so that maybe we can find people that are just like you and put you together in a room. For me, I can't tolerate warm room. I really like cold rooms, right? Ask Sheikh Abdul Ghaffar when you see him, inshallah, in Hajj. Sleeping considerations, right? What kind of a sleeper are you? Again, these are very important questions because you get some light sleepers who, they cannot tolerate the slightest bit of noise. And you have heavy sleepers like me who don't care even if you turn the lights on as long as they're already out. So we want to know what type of sleeper you are so we can put you in a room that inshallah is accommodating. Again, just the fact that you're putting this information here does not guarantee that you will be in a room that has people just like you, right? What this does is it just gives you the best foot forward and gives us the information that we need to do our best effort in accommodating everyone to the best of our ability. Right? And then here, there's a few things that you need to speak about your sleeping and your snoring habits. But for this question, we need feedback from your spouse, from your family members, from your friends whom you camped with or slept with and shared a room with before, right? It's important to get this feedback because this is an amana. If you're a loud snorer and somebody cannot tolerate any snoring or any noise, and you can see the problems and the friction that will arise, right? And this is not about pride or being embarrassed. This is about just being honest and helping us put you in a place that will make you comfortable and will make people around you comfortable as well. I will classify myself as a loud snorer. At least that's what my wife tells me. Although I always insist that I don't snore, but that's what the feedback I got. What is the feedback I got, right? Do you use sleeping device like a CPAP machine, which is used for sleep apnea? If you do, then click yes. If not, then no. Anything else that you would like to tell us about your sleeping habits? This is the place to list anything that you think your roommates will appreciate or that will help us place you, or something that you need us to consider when we room you, then you list it here. If not, you still need to write something, so write no, because if you keep it empty, the form will not progress. This section is about your medical, physical, or mental impairments. If there's anything that you need to tell us about any physical issues, mental issues, or medical issues, you would list it here. And if you require a wheelchair, occasionally or always or not, this is another question that we want to know about you. Do you have any serious medical conditions? If yes, you want to list them. If not, then you write nil so you can progress. And then the picture. So we want a non-passport, Islamically acceptable personal photo. This must be recent, within the last 6 months, and something that you would be happy to put on an ID card, right? Like this one below here of Sheikh Abu Isa. I think Ghassan took this picture of him. It doesn't have to be a picture, in a studio or on a camera. It could be your phone. I'll show you now the picture that I chose, for example, and it's just something I took with my phone, a selfie. It's recent, and I'm happy with it. And I'm happy if it's on an ID. We want you to show your upper half mainly, right? Not your full body portrait, but your upper half. A lot of us are not happy with the pictures that we use on our passports, the pictures that we uploaded to Nusuk. Right? Some of them are not even, some of our sisters may have their pictures without a hijab or something like that, right? And that's, and people don't like those being shown on IDs. And we do end up with printed IDs with photos on them. What we'll try to do is use these pictures for those IDs, right? So that you have an ID with a picture that you're happy with, a picture that actually describes you in your normal state. And for sisters who are wearing the niqab, it's perfectly okay to put your picture with the niqab. And other than that, just get a picture of somebody, take a picture of you with the phone. Don't make it complicated. Just a quick one, and then you can upload it. I'm uploading one here from, as you can see, it's just a quick picture of me I took with my phone, right? Once you upload it, it's going to show here. Now it's going to ask you for your WhatsApp number. We need a phone number that we can communicate with through WhatsApp, and we can call you if we need to get in touch with you as a lead pilgrim. So please list that number in here. This is not about emergency contact. Emergency contact will come in later when Al-Bayt prompts you to fill in their forms and their medical forms. This is for us to reach you if we want to talk to you about yourself or anyone in your group, right? And it's only for the lead passenger. And then we would want you to upload a picture of your itinerary. Again, that same place in Nusuk where you clicked to get the email, the confirmation email that has the invoice number. In there's an itinerary tab, and it will show you your itinerary. So we need to take a screen capture of that and upload it. And I do have one that's already ready here. Just upload, right? So make it in a place that you can reach while you're filling the form, and upload it. And then tell us about the flight that you've selected. I'm going to take Toronto, but you choose the flight that's most appropriately describes you. Next, now we ask you about how many additional companions, excluding you, because you've already filled your information. So Ahmed here had his wife, so we're going to put one. That means Ahmed has one companion, and it's going to prompt you to fill in the information for your companion. For Ahmed, his wife is, let's say Huda, and Huda Ahmed again, last name, email address Huda Ahmed at gmail.com, made up, phone number, let's put a UK number, right? Please write down your Telegram username, let's call her Huda, and she's a female, passport number, right? Age of companion, what's her age? Whatever, 36. Let's say she is Pakistani, right? And she was born, birthplace, let's say she was born in Pakistan. And assume her primary language is Urdu and fluency in English. Maybe she does not understand or speak English, right? We want to list that so that then it makes sense when we do the rooming, right? And then again, question about sleeping temperatures. You choose the one that is appropriate. Something about the level of sleep, light sleep, heavy sleep, normal, right? And snoring, does not snore. Does it use CPAP machine for sleep apnea? No again. Any other conditions? If not, we write nil. If there's any condition, you write them down. Medical conditions, no wheelchairs. And then does companion one have Other serious medical conditions, we're going to go for nil. Please upload a non-passport Islamically picture, appropriate picture. Again, you'll ask every companion in your group to choose, and I'm choosing my picture again just so that I can progress through the form. They'll upload their picture and a relationship. Now, if this is your mother, your wife, your brother, whatever, you write the relationship and then proceed. Now, even though I've specified that I only have one companion and I've already filled it in, this is a chance for me, if in case I actually had two but I forgot, I can still add companions here. In this case, we'll go for no and click next. Now, this is about the room configuration. So we will start with how many places, including yourself, you have paid for. So in the case of Ahmed and Huda, there's two. Now, what room type did you book? Was it double? Was it triple? Was it quad? Right? And this is obviously for your Medina and your Mecca stay, because your Aziziyah stay is going to be quad. Men are going to be with men, women are going to be with women, and it will be centrally roomed because we don't have the optionality that we have in these other hotels. So in Ahmed and Huda, they booked a double room, so they have two double spaces. They have 0 triple, 0 quad. Right? Is there anything about your reservation, room configuration that you would like us to know? Please state here which people in your Nusuk profile you would like sharing in each room type. This is for additional information. Let's say you had in your, you had 4 people and you selected 4 doubles. Which 2 need to share a room, right? That kind of thing will come in here. In Ahmed's case, there's nothing. So we're going to go next. Now, the room criteria. Please note that Nusuk will not allow private rooms of any type. Every room that is booked on the portal is sharing by default. You're sharing room with someone else. To keep families together, they must fit exactly into a specific room type, and then we can arrange the rooming list accordingly. If, however, you do not fit exactly into the room type you have purchased, for example, if 3 of you have purchased 3 quad places, or there are mahram issues, for example, 2 brothers and their wives, they have purchased 4 quad places, then this section will allow us to divide you up appropriately into male only or female only rooms and create the correct Nusuk approved rooming lists. Please read these caveats so that you understand. We're asking you now if all of your companions in the Nusuk profile fit in the room type that you've booked. So think about Ahmed and Huda. They're a couple, husband and wife. They booked a double room, so they do fit in it just fine. So we will say yes in this case. But let's say, like the example that was mentioned before, you have 2 brothers and their wives. Now, they all booked 4 quad spots. Can they be roomed together? Of course not, because the 2 brothers, there's a mahram issue here. So we will have to book the 2 brothers alone in a quad room, but we'll try to keep them together, and the wives in a quad room and try to keep them together with other women. So you would select no if that was your case, right? So think about your group and see which is the most appropriate answer. Transportation and logistics. So this is in order to ensure we try and keep families together when traveling to different locations. We require details of any family members that are not in your Nusuk profile who are traveling with the Hajj with AE program. So if you, let's say Ahmed and Huda, they're on one program, but let's say Ahmed's brother and his wife, they came in, they're also on the Hajj with AE program, but they had a different Nusuk program. Ahmed's brother is Muhammad, and his sister is Aisha. So Muhammad and Aisha, we need to list them here. Muhammad will be with their last names, right? So we know who they are, Ahmed, and Aisha, Ahmed as well, right? We will need them to be listed here so that we try to keep you together in buses and, during different logistical considerations, even though you're not all in one Nusuk profile, but you're family members and you would like to be together, and you're all on the Hajj with AE program. Once you've done that, then you click submit and you're done, and this is your rooming form. So please take the time to fill it in. Make sure that the information is as accurate as possible. Help us so that we can help you, and inshallah we all have the most comfortable Hajj experience humanly possible at least. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.